Welcome back. In this demonstration, I'm going to show you how to fold this paper airplane. It's a pretty nice little model. It does some kind of cool loop-de-loops. It's pretty hard. A couple folds are a little dicey, but it should be pretty easy once you see it happen. So to get started, what you're going to need is a piece of paper that's 8 inches wide by 12 inches long. So it's 8 by 12. Okay, and then you're going to start by making a water bomb base at the top. So you're going to take this top corner and fold it over like you normally would with a piece of paper to make an origami square. And you're going to make sure that these two edges are perfectly parallel. And then you're going to bone fold that crease, make it a nice sharp diagonal crease. Okay, then you can open it up and repeat the same step on the opposite side. So you're going to take this corner and fold it over and then roll it over to the edge this direction until the pieces here are perfectly parallel. Make sure they're lined up as accurately as possible, and then crease that piece of paper on the diagonal so you've got a nice diagonal. When you open it up, you should see two valley folds creating that origami X right there. Okay, then you're going to take your paper and actually flip it over and take the top and fold it down so that there's a valley fold that goes right through that center point. So if I just fold this down, one way you can do it is you can line up these 2 points here with the corners. So I'm just going to take this down and line up that first corner, line up the second corner, hold it firmly with my left hand, and then crease out. So we have that horizontal line right there with a valley fold. Now if we flip our paper over, we push the magic button for our normal water bomb base, we can pull these two sides in for a water bomb base. Okay. Now this part of the model looks very similar to the origami glider that I already have posted on my station. And you can take this corner here and we're going to bring it up to that point so that this edge lines up with this same edge here and it's parallel. It's going to make a triangle inside there just like this. Crease it really nice and hard with your bone folder, and then follow the same procedure on the left hand side here. Make sure it's accurate and nicely folded, and crease it well with your bone folder. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make rabbit ears on both sides. To do that, you're going to take this outside edge of this triangle and fold it into the center line, almost like the origami glider. Okay, you're going to unfold that and do the same procedure, folding this top edge of this flap down to the middle. So I'm going to fold this over this direction into the center. Like that. And you should come up with these two angles here. You've got this one valley fold and this one valley fold. And those are going to come in super handy later when we do the next fold. So keep it just like that and do the opposite edge here with the same rabbit ear procedure. You're going to fold this side into the center, crease it with your bone folder, unfold that, crease this outside edge into the center, making sure not to go over that center line. Like so. Okay, and then I'm going to unfold that. So you can see kind of I've got these two diagonal things going on here. Now this is the tricky part. You're going to have to unfold it back to here, and you'll see there's a variety of different lines. Okay, a bunch of different lines in here. And what we're going to need to do is we're going to take this and we're going to petal fold it. But first we're going to take this whole flap here and we're going to open it up, and you're going to squash fold it so that this line right here, which is the outside edge, comes over the center. Okay, just like this. And you'll notice that there's a crease right here. Part of it, this part is a mountain fold, and then this part is a valley fold. We're going to reverse both of those and turn it into all one valley fold by petal folding this up this direction. Now if you don't know what a petal fold is yet, it's part of how you do the bird base. But if you take this corner and fold it all the way up to there, then this side should close down fairly easily because that was already the right kind of valley folds. This one's still kind of a mountain fold, so you need to mess around with it a bit and get it to lay down flat so that it looks like this. Okay? And once you get it to look like that, there should be a pocket there and a pocket there. And we're just going to take this flap and valley fold it over to the side, and it'll look something like that when you're done. Okay, and you'll have two flaps there. Then do the same procedure on the left-hand side. You're going to take this whole flap, open it all the way up so this outside edge here can get squash folded right along the center line, like so. And then this line right here, you're going to valley fold along this line here so that we create a petal fold up this direction. Okay, and so when you're done, it should look, and you take this flap here and fold it back over. So it should look something like this when you're done. Okay, and you'll have an extra little flap here at the bottom, and you'll have like two on this side and two on this side. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take a mountain fold right here. So you're going to have to flip your paper over and grab the top flap here and flip it back. And as you do that, this little flap is going to come back up. And here's my little pencil line. You can kind of see it. I'm going to just fold it down so it's right along that pencil line, like so. All right. Now that we have that situation completed, we're just going to take the center line and we're going to valley fold the right over to the left like this. Okay, now if this is the front of the airplane and I went like this, I'm going to actually flip the model over this direction, and I'm going to take a valley fold from the tip of this triangle over like that. Okay, so I'm just going to bend this part down here and flip it over and do the same thing. Make it so that it's symmetrical. Valley folding that one. Now, in the directions, it says at the beginning to cut off a little strip right down here. And you'll see that my other model, I cut off a little strip that was about that big. So I'm just going to take this little back flap, and you can adjust this. This is why I left this part to the end. The original directions I looked at did this step at the beginning. I'm doing it at the end so you can adjust it. You could either leave this flap on and cut another strip from a different piece of paper, or by cutting this little flap off, you shorten the front piece, which changes the weight of the airplane, and therefore the way that it would fly. So you can just experiment with whatever you want. And this is why I didn't do this originally, because when you use that flap, it doesn't seem to fit. I mean, it's like smaller than I think it should be. So this particular one I just measured by taking another strip of paper like this, measuring how wide it was by making a little mark here, and then just folding the paper up and making a strip that was all that same length. Okay, so that whole piece can then fit in there. And it looks, I feel like that looks a little better rather than having a piece that's too thin. So again, you know, at this point you could experiment and see which one you like better. If you like to have the longer strip, if you like to have a thinner strip, if you want to fold this in half this way and slide it in there for a shorter strip, a lot of different options. But the directions then say to take whatever strip you have left over, fold it in half lengthwise, this direction, so that when you slide it in, we've created this like little pocket underneath here. You then just slide it in like that, and then it's got a nice long tail to kind of keep it stable as it does its turns. Okay, so that is how you create a long-tailed paper airplane.